Well, thank you for joining us for more Great Day St. Louis. Here's some questions for you. Might be difficult to answer. Does he spend more or do you spend too much? And are you hiding a new coat that you really couldn't afford in the trunk of your car or the back of the closet in the guest room? Well, we know a shaky economy is affecting the budget, but how are money matters affecting our relationships? We're talking how to recession-proof your marriage with one of our dear friends of Great Day, communications expert Deborah Beroset. And Deborah, welcome back to Great Day St. Louis.
Thanks, Carol.
This is critical information that far too many couples just don't get. And your publicist said a great thing that I want to repeat, that experts say financial sharing is the final frontier of a couple's intimacy.
That's right. That's right. And when times are uncertain, people are dealing with financial challenges and worries, it's more important than ever to really invest in your primary relationship.
Now, we've got an exercise we're going to do coming up, but
yes.
Why is it so difficult for us to talk about our finances? We talk about the kids nonstop. We talk about our jobs nonstop. Talk about the mother-in-law nonstop, but we don't talk about money in the right way.
That's right. Well, we like to suggest to program participants at Landmark Education to consider that the quality of life is determined 1% by what happens and 99% by how we react to what happens. So when it comes to your mate and money, then what happens is this is what's going on, and then I add my story or interpretation to what happens, and then I start to relate to my story or interpretation like that's real. And that's what we do with money and our marriages.
Okay, let's get into the exercise. It's very simple. It's just 3 parts. The first thing is to discuss what happened, to focus on what happened.
That's
so
right.
She lost her job. That's what happened.
That's right. So you want to sit down together as a couple with pencil and paper and just write down in black and white on paper, these are the facts. We've gone from a 2-income household to a 1-income household. Our mortgage payments are X. Or maybe it's, this is our income every month and we're paying our bills on time, or we got turned down for a loan. Whatever the facts are, black and white.
Okay, so we go from the facts again
yes.
to what did you add? What did you add to the facts? And you talked about perception.
That's right. So we don't operate in life just according to the facts, right? This goes back to the 1%, 99%.
Our reaction is often becomes the fact.
That's right. So let's say one of the facts is our 401k is down 50% from a year ago.
A fact.
A fact. What we add to that is something along the lines of we're never going to be able to retire, or we're horrible with money, or we're not good parents because we're not going to be able to foot the entire bill for our kids' education.
Or you always spent too much anyway.
That's right. Sometimes we make up blame or shame related to that. So this is where you get to see, oh, this is what I added, and more importantly, Carol, you
can call me
share
Cheryl,
that.
So that's okay.
You share that with your partner.
Okay.
And they share it with you so that you're in full communication.
All right, and that really calls on us to take charge of how we are reacting. But before we let you go, the most important thing then, one of the 3 in the exercise, is to create solutions. So we know the facts. I know what my reaction was, my perception, my opinion, my fears. Now let's talk about solutions.
That's right. Now that you've gotten out of the way all those things that you both made up, now you have some freedom to really come up with some things that you can do together. Take some next steps, come up with goals, projects, maybe come up with some really empowering way to look at, all right, now we're going to get our kids involved in how our finances work. And then you can act as a team and move forward instead of being caught up in realities that aren't necessarily true.
All right. I really appreciate you joining us on Great Day. This is a critical topic for people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. My mother was going to call me Cheryl. She really was going to name me Cheryl. She was. I'm serious. We've got all this information and more on our website, greatdaystlouis.com. Stephanie?
All she did was just morph our 2 names together, and that's okay.